Hey everybody out there in the internet world, and welcome to another Dark Avengers comic book review. A week late again, but as I showed you guys in 2 Unboxing Fridays ago, it was a huge stack of books. So hello.
We have a new panel.
Yes, will you please let me finish my intro and then we'll get into that. Thank you very much. So it took me extra time to read these. However, the 4th of July is coming, so I think that's where I'll probably end up catching up with my comic book reviews, depending on if we do anything special. Maybe I'll have some extra people here. We'll have a, I don't know what we're doing for the 4th of July, so maybe everybody will be here, like Joe, Kev, and I'll get into who this is in a second. So we'll see. Maybe there'll be a special 4th of July comic book review. It just depends what we're doing for the 4th of July. I have no idea where I would tape it. It possibly would be outside if we were celebrating the 4th of July and everybody was here, because not everybody can fit at this table. Anyway, though, that's Wednesday. Today's Saturday. Today we're talking about comics from 2 weeks ago. That is June 20th, 2012, the first day of summer, as you say. Okay, you guys know Mike. He's going to be doing 2 books in this review, and you guys, I can now introduce you to Cindy, my girlfriend. I've been talking about her on Ink and this channel. She's just sitting in. She's not into these types of comic books. You'll be seeing stuff she reads on Dark Avenger Ink really soon, so there's a little bit of a what's the word? Preview or something for you guys. Something to look forward to. Yeah. A little bit of a thing. Okay, let's get right into the books this week. First off, Alabaster Wolves issue 3 is the last one for me. It's just not holding me. As I told you guys, I am economizing on my comic books. If something is not holding me, if something is not as enjoyable as I want, I'm just dropping it. And Alabaster Wolves, I gave it a second chance, and in my opinion, it's just not a book that I can really hold on to. The artwork is pretty good. I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah, it's not something it's not a story arc that I'm interested enough in to continue. There's 2 issues left, one in July, and it concludes in August. I won't be coming back anymore for this series. If you guys are interested, you can leave a comment below. Let me know how you feel about Alabaster Wolves. If you're reading it, it's not something that I'm going to continue. I don't think anybody, I've been watching a lot of reviews, a lot of reviewers. I'm a very silent viewer, by the way, guys, so don't think I'm not watching. I watch almost everything. I'm just very quiet with my comments, especially if I haven't read a book yet. I don't like to leave a comment about it. So I haven't seen anybody review Alabaster Wolves, so it's not like anybody, I don't think anybody's going to be upset.
I don't think it's a known comic book, really.
It's not.
For some people.
It's not. Here's a known comic book. Star Wars, Dawn of the Jedi, Force Storm, issue 5. The final part to Dawn of the Jedi's first chapter, apparently, because at the end of this book, actually, I took, quite to my surprise, it says here, end of book 1.
Oh.
So, it is apparent to me that there will be a book 2. Tell me this guy doesn't look like Tom Welling.
Oh wow, I actually kind of
This character actually looks a lot like Tom Welling from Smallville.
Or that guy from the All American Rejects.
Or him too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the comic book really quick. A lot of good action, a lot of awesome artwork. It's all the Jedis from the dark and light side versus a ginormous worm, as you can see here. The artwork, the splash pages, like these 2 pages, just awesome comic. It ended really well. They end up sending, if I can remember his name, X-E-S-H.
What?
If you can pronounce that, Who's the one that pilots the dark? He not pilots the dark. He's more from the dark side of the Jedi, and Jedi is spelled a different way in the past. This is the whole dawn of the Jedis, the beginning of the Jedis. They end up banishing him to Bolgan, and he says, I know my path isn't going to end on Bolgan, and we still don't know who this character is at the end of the book, but I have a feeling we're going to find out in book 2, and I will definitely be back for book 2. However, I don't know when book 2 is, and also there are advertisements for Blood Ties, Boba Fett is Dead issue 3, which is in the next review. Darth Vader in the Ghost Prison number 2, which is going to be the make or break it for me. And Knight Errant Escape #1, which I'm not getting. So this book, highly recommend it. I know Dark Horse is probably going to be making a trade paperback of this within the next month or two. If you didn't get the 5 issues and you can't find one of the 5 issues, wait for the trade paperback. If you're a Star Wars fan, this is absolutely, positively worth the read. I really, really enjoyed this a lot. Okay, with the cover I didn't want, but we all know Midtown likes to do these cover picks now. The Shadow, issue 3. So they're in Hong Kong now, and they're trying to find, and here we go, I forgot the name already. See, this is...
We gotta get these good.
The notepad.
The quick card thingies. Index cards.
Kondo. Kondo. And the Shadow is after him, and he's off to stop him because he's looking to destroy the world. And this guy was the funniest guy in the world.
He looks funny. Going Wong.
Well, Kondo Wong is his name. So the Shadow's after him. He makes himself... nobody knows he's in Hong Kong yet, or that he's alive. So he makes a reservation at a very high-profile place, so people know it's him. And they send assassins after him. He turns into the Shadow, and he looks for information. Turns out the information led him just to Germans, and it gives Kondo an early start on going to get what he is after. I'm not going to spoil what it is. You're going to have to read the book. So he's got approximately a day's head start on the Shadow to be continued in the next book. And there's a lot of stuff that happens in between. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff. And this advertisement is driving me nuts. I can't wait for the first issue to come out.
Plus the artwork looks good in this issue.
Artwork is really good. The story is definitely picking up. Let me get that high action page again. Not this one.
That one's nice.
This one's nice, but I want to make... No, this is it. There's a lot of action going on 2 pages. It's really good. Really, really good. And I would say check it out if you're a Shadow fan. I remember the Shadow when, I believe it was Alec Baldwin played it. It was a movie
Alec
from
Baldwin?
the 90s. Yeah, Alec Baldwin, remember? The Shadow, we have the VHS. The movie.
Oh, that one. I think I know what you're talking about. The one that played. Oh.
That's the only reason why I picked up this book, because I remember.
Well, now
the movie.
that we hear about them today.
And there are older issues, older comics of the Shadow. You can check those out. I'm sure your local comic shop has it, or you can go to midtowncomics.com, which is where I get all my comic books, and you might find some older issues of the Shadow. I picked it up. I'm not upset about. I don't regret it, and I'm already in issue 3. Okay, a book that we're really not going to look in, and I'll tell you guys why in a bit. Saga. Chapter 4 or Issue 4. Welcome to Sextillion.
Oh, I remember what you told me about.
Yeah, I'm going to show some artwork, but not from the Sextillion part. Turns out, the bounty hunter that's going after Marco and his wife, in the last issue, it turns out him and his girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, had a thing. He ends up on this planet. Bunch of sex, nudity, and well, this book definitely continues to push its envelope. And in the end, it turns out that there's a little kid that this...
Who's that weird face dude?
He's the guy that runs the Sextillion planet. And it's a little girl. He's pawning off children slaves, and the bounty hunter kills him.
Oh, wow.
Gruesome.
Very.
Yeah, very. So we're gonna look over that, and we're gonna go to the last page anyway. So they get discovered when you finally get into the main story, which is about, in this entire book, I'd say it's about maybe 4 or 5 pages with Marco and his wife. Marco obviously survives his wounds, and explains that the girl he was talking about when he was delusional was the person he was engaged to, but he never ended up getting married to because he went off to fight the good fight, and he just never went home. So basically, he married her while being engaged to someone else, and the engagement ring that he gave her and that he's wearing were from the girl that he was engaged to.
Wow.
But they're translator rings, so it allows them to talk and understand languages from other planets and other species. So that's kind of why he used it. Yeah, he said, I'll buy a new one later.
This is a very weird book, in my opinion. The way I'm looking at it now.
It's
It's an interesting
okay.
read.
I'm telling you guys right now, I feel dirty after reading this book every time. There's always from the first issue being robot sex to this.
Oh my god.
I now officially feel I love his cat though. The one that every time somebody's lying or he's lying or the cat knows somebody's lying, he says lying. I like that. But I feel dirty after reading these issues because this is a really mature book. I'm telling you now, you have to be at least 16 to be reading this.
No, 18.
I would say 18.
Well, actually, the ratings here say rated M for mature, so mature readers are
18 and over.
18 and over, yeah. Okay, but a lot of 16-year-olds are gonna get. You know, you walk into a comic shop and no comic book store owner's gonna say, "Oh, this is a mature book. You're 5. You can't buy it." Yeah, right, sure.
Not in
like
today's world.
Like comic store owners don't want to make a sale. They're gonna want to make a sale. They don't care how old you are. The rating is there for the parents. So if the parents aren't smart enough to look at it, guess what? The kid's gonna have sex. So
let's not go into politics.
I feel horrible saying this, but I'm intrigued enough to want to come back for the next issue.
What?
Yeah, I'm going back for the next.
It's an interesting read.
By the way, guys, if you didn't notice the light back here, I kept forgetting this is the second unboxing Wednesday in a row. I didn't put it in. Me and Cindy were at a flea market, and this woman was selling this light. It has 3 pictures of Spider-Man, and it's like a traffic light, only it flicks randomly. And I got it for him because I know he likes Spider-Man. So I'm hoping maybe next unboxing Friday for the comic books from the first week of July, or maybe on the 4th of July, make a small video about it. It's a light. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see it from where you're at.
But it's on
camera
Boys 13 with the 360.
I miss the old Snapple where it used to be regular tea and not green and black tea mix. But
ew, why would you even drink that?
It's still good. Especially the banana one.
Oh, banana, yeah. Okay,
next up from IDW is Godzilla issue 2. Which Godzilla is only on 1 page in this entire book. I'm not joking. Ready?
One book?
Ready?
Let me guess, it's the big splash page, isn't it?
It's one big splash page. And
I knew it, I called it.
Here. There's Godzilla. In his own book, look, Godzilla in his comic book, and that's it.
Godzilla.
The rest of the book is about, I don't even know which monster this is.
Oh,
the one that could turn into a ball and roll around. And the guy from the last issue, whose name completely escapes me, Boxer, and his plan to attack all the monsters and destroy them. Only by the end of this issue, he does anything but, and he's in deep doo-doo.
Oh my god. Look at the next issue.
Yeah, the next issue is going to probably continue right after it. So no Godzilla really in this issue. It was all the the pill bug. That lousy pill bug. So I'm going to say pill bug. The pill bug monster. I don't know the name of the pill bug monster though, so I can't honestly tell you guys. Godzilla. If you guys know any of the Godzilla monsters and who this monster is, please feel free to comment below.
We love comments.
I don't know which monster this is, but that was the whole issue basically, not just the bulk. It was the entire issue. Judge Dredd, by the way, I saw a trailer for the Judge Dredd movie, and Sylvester Stallone's not in it, and I'm very, very surprised.
You said the guy who was in it
looked almost like Judge Dredd. I might actually, in the fall of 2012, when the new Judge Dredd comic comes out, I might give issue 1 a shot.
Why not?
Why not? Because who knows what's going to... There's going to be a lot of miniseries ending by fall. Continuing in IDW, Ghostbusters, issue 10. They're in New Orleans. And they're working for a voodoo witch... shaman or shaman? I want to make sure I'm right about this. The greatest voodoo queen. And it turns out that the greatest voodoo queen is not alive anymore. She's really a ghost, but she explains how there's a ghost that terrorizes their town. It's her daughter who went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And now it's up to the Ghostbusters to catch her, and they're the Ghostbusters, so I'm very sure they are able, well, I'm not very sure, I know they are able to stop her. Trying to find some good pictures. Here we go. Ghostbusters save the day, and they're off. The secondary story is still okay. I want to read more into who killed Laura Parr, Part 2. That's what this miniseries is called. Before I really can give a opinion on it, I just hope this isn't going to be the new artwork for the book at some point, because
kind of looks a little.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's a zombie, but he's alive. So
yeah, I could see your point there.
So, I enjoyed this issue a lot. There's really not much to say. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, you'll absolutely be picking this up. If you're not, you won't. Just like Godzilla, just like The Shadow, and just like Star Wars. I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, and I'm glad they moved away from the movies, because now, all new stuff and really good, except I still want to kill Walter Peck, even though he's a fictional character. We're on the micro series and book of the month, book of the week, not month, book of this week. Micro series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 5, which is Splinter. I'm glad I got cover A, because cover B I did not want.
What was cover B?
The artwork,
What was cover B? What do you know?
Cover B was by the person that does the interior, and if you look at the way he draws Splinter, yeah.
Glad you got that cover.
And I got some bad news for you, Mike, in a second.
What?
The artist in this book that does all the art and stuff is going to be the new artist for the ongoing as of the 12th issue. So,
of what?
The actual Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
So this, come on, this is what we're going to be seeing. Which isn't bad. I'm not complaining about it.
I'm 50-50.
I'm 50-50, but then again, it's not the artwork that really matters. It's the story. So it's Splinter reliving his past as Hamada Yoshi when way back in the day, and Oroku Saki, and how he had to control his temper. It jumps from the past to the present.
So it just talks about Splinter.
It beefs out the past, the whole past thing with his children and stuff,
right.
And how the turtles embody a piece of his wife, his killed wife. One is intelligence, curiosity, Donatello, passion, which is Raphael, concern for others, which is Leo, and then a pure joy, the pure joy she took in all things, which of course we all know is Michelangelo, because he loves everything.
Of course.
So in the present, though, Splinter is fighting the entire Foot Clan. He takes them all out, and next is Shredder. And in the next issue, the one shot is going to be Casey Jones, my favorite character.
I thought your favorite character was Leonardo.
That's in the Turtles. I'm talking about. I love
others.
Casey Jones. Casey Jones was always one of my favorites to read, and there's a couple of sketches in the back. It was a really good story. It beefs out. It really adds on and fleshes out the whole past with how Hamada Yoshi met his wife and how they got together and married. It was really good. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it to no end. It was absolutely great. I would highly recommend anything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whether it be retro, new age, micro series, whatever. You should be picking up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This micro series, actually, just like the first micro series, interlocks with the main story. So if you are reading the main story, you really should be picking up the micro series also, because this it adds on to the story, number one, and number two, it is referenced to in the main story. So you should be reading this as well as the original, as well as the main story, because you need both. Let's just put it that way. A book I missed. We're in DC Comics now doing the big two. This book came out 2 weeks ago, and I missed it. I don't know how. It must have slid off my order list. The first Before Watchmen book, Minutemen issue 1, which is the birth of the Minutemen. Enough said. Don't want to give too much away, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was a real thrill to read. From beginning to end, it was how the origin and how they all came to be. Not working together just yet, but yeah. And then, of course, the first part of the Corsair started in this issue. I want to get a good page to show you guys some nice art. The artwork is a very classic feel kind of artwork, actually. I feel like I'm reading something from back in the 90s with the artwork they did from Superman. One of the Superman books I read. Trying to get a good... I guess this is going to be the best I can get. There you go. I would highly recommend Minutemen. It's going to be a 6-issue series, unlike the others, which are 4. There's 4 6-issue miniseries. This is one of them. The Comedian is another. And I don't know what the others are. There's another one that's 6 issues, but whatever. I'll mention it when it comes out. But this was really, really good. You should definitely check this out. I'm going to deviate from a lot of reviewers who said this book was 3 stars. The Comedian, Before Watchmen, issue 1 of 6. Here's the other 6-part one. I enjoyed this book. It gives you a little bit more of a background on the Comedian. He's working for the Kennedys, and this all takes place right before Kennedy was shot. And then at the very end of the book, actually, Kennedy was shot, and the Comedian was like best friends with the Kennedys. And it turns out that the mission he sent on was a lie or a ruse to keep him away from the Kennedys long enough so that one of them could be, the one that was assassinated would be assassinated. And I'm going to get a good page to show you guys. Really, he's not even in his suit much. Actually, let me get the one where he's in his suit. That would work out better, wouldn't it? Here we go. Here's how the issue ended. To be continued. I have a feeling this series, this specific one, is going to jump around from moments in the Comedian's life. I don't know if it's going to take over right where this issue left off, or it's going to actually go into a different time in the Comedian's life now. But we all know where it's going to end, because if you read Watchmen, you know exactly what happens to the Comedian. It happens at the very beginning of the book, actually. So, yeah. A book that I'm probably going to end up dropping just because I'm losing interest in it drastically fast after the beginning of this story arc. Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue 10. Starfire takes the reins in this book, and what?
I thought you said before 2 issues back you were gonna drop it.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna drop it more now.
Okay.
It's all about Starfire, this book. It's all about, and there's an origin story. Amazing. There's 2 stories in this book, and it's not $3.99 DC.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, very weird. Because see, the main story is over. Next issue is the introduction of the new DCU Blackfire, and then it goes into a second story, and it's a $2.99 book.
Maybe DC.
No! Don't you dare! Just don't say what you're gonna say. Artwork is still really good, but however, the artist from this book is going to be moving to Superman very soon, and that definitely does not give me a good feeling inside, because his artwork is crazy. But then again, I don't read really Superman much anymore anyway, so whatever, doesn't matter. I might get the next issue as a conclusion to this series for one reason and one reason only: the introduction of Blackfire. But after that, I'll probably just stop. I'm sorry, Starfire just never interested me, and this series is going downhill, I have a feeling, very fast. That's why I'm giving the next issue the benefit of the doubt. This issue is straightforward. Green Lantern Corps, issue 10. Guy Gardner tries to talk with the Guardians and the Alpha Lanterns, saying that they shouldn't be executing John Stewart. He's a veteran Green Lantern. This is wrong. This can't happen. Of course, the Guardians agree and side with the Alpha Lanterns. It's all about how they're going to kill him, and it's like, we shouldn't be debating how we're going to kill him. He shouldn't be, oh God, what's the word? Oh, man. When, like the death penalty.
Executed?
Executed, right. He shouldn't be executed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And, of course, it doesn't work, so Guy Gardner creates this huge ruse, and Kilowog, of all people, along with other Green Lanterns, side with Guy Gardner and break John Stewart out. But John Stewart doesn't want to be saved. He knows he's guilty and he should be punished. Of course, Guy Gardner doesn't give a crap, knocks him out and says, you're going to be saved whether you want to or not. And, yeah. So they escape, but the other Green Lanterns that helped John Stewart escape don't. This is going to lead... I have a feeling that the events in this book are going to be leading into the big crossover in all the Green Lantern books, where the Guardians are going to come up against Hal Jordan and the and Sinestro and all the other Green Lanterns, and this is where the Indigo Tribe. Yeah, the big event's coming. It's coming, and it's knocking at our door, and I have a feeling start of 2013, provided we're all still alive.
We will be.
Of course we are. Of course.
Why even mention it?
Because there's somebody out there that believes the world is ending on December 20-something, 21st, 2000. I am going to enjoy my Christmas first. Okay? You are not ending the world 3 days before Christmas.
4 days.
You are not ending Christmas 4 days before
I'm helping
Christmas.
him out tonight, people. Hi. Let's go into the next issue.
Maybe December 21st, somebody else will get.
Oh, you know, you're
I would
nice.
recommend it.
You're really nice.
See, this is
And
gonna
she
be
laughs it too?
this is gonna be Mike. This is gonna be Mike on December 21st,
Let me see.
2012.
Oh.
Oh, you know.
Nightwing issue 10. As you guys remember, right before the Court of Owls, Nightwing was framed for a murder. His stick was at the scene of a murder, and somebody framed him. We don't know who yet. But the people that he killed were part of this organization, and the whole book is about finding out who killed him, and also it goes back and forth between Detective Nye, N-I-E, and Commissioner Gordon, who's trying to admit that Detective Nye is planting stuff to make it look like Batman and all the other Bat family are criminals when they're really not. Dick makes a move to try to keep the circus in Gotham. He wants to reopen the, it was called the,
I don't know what's wrong.
Amusement Mile, which is disgusting, broken down, in my opinion, it looks like Coney Island, only an abandoned Coney Island, and he wants to bring it back. He wants to bring the circus there and have the people that work in the circus work in the amusement park full time, meaning they live in Gotham permanent. Then we go back to Nightwing, where he's trying to find out more about the people that were murdered. Had this specific tattoo on them, and it turns out that it's not just a tattoo, it's a branding for a new organization. And at the very end of the book, we are introduced to a new Nightwing villain called Paragon.
Oh, I thought you were...
Who, as all other supervillains in the past 10 issues of the New 52 have been proclaiming, he is Gotham's true son. First the Court of Owls were Gotham's true son, then Batman, whom is really the true son of Gotham.
Is DC knowing what they're doing?
I don't think DC knows what they're doing.
With Batman, I mean...
So another person claiming to be the true son of Gotham is introduced and to be continued. I'll be coming back. I'm enjoying Nightwing a lot. His suit is one of the only suits that I really am 100% enjoying. Okay, we're going to go into the next part. Nightwing, issue 10. Really good. Artwork's really good. Story's really good. Come back. We have one more comic book from DC. And the next part's going to be all Marvel. So, see you guys in the next part. Stay tuned.